to my channel. This is Stephanie with Peace of Mind Paydays. I'm doing a different kind of video today. I wanted to talk about one goal that I have in 2025. I guess it's not one goal, but one mindset, one lifestyle shift that I'm hoping to accomplish in 2025. So for context, I did not receive the raise I was looking for this past performance bump cycle. I just received like a 3% cost of living adjustment on my salary, which is still good. You know, it's not maintaining the status quo, it's going up, but it wasn't the raise that I was anticipating. I was hoping to at least get 6%, but with the economy, it wasn't like performance based. It seems like everyone got a similar cost of living adjustment for the organization I work at. So that's a bummer. And I also realized I spent a lot of money in 2024. I am going to do a what I spent in 2024 video. It's just Christmas Eve right now. There's still a few days left and I want to make sure I account for everything. So I'm going to have that video coming later. But this is, well, if you'll see on the screen, the low buy year concept has been kind of ruminating around my brain for a while now. And I've watched other people's videos and yeah, I think this is something that I can accomplish. So if you're not familiar with no buy years or low buy years or just any time period really, it's when you really look at your spending patterns, your spending habits, and you cut back in areas where it's a little excessive and give yourself permission to still buy things like, you know, obviously rent and cover bills, that sort of things, but it's where the discretionary income is really reined in. And I've seen a lot of people do kind of green light, yellow light, red light. Green light for things that are absolutely okay to purchase. Yellow light for things that have maybe some constraints but still okay to purchase. And then red light is absolutely no. And I've made my own. So I have these 3 categories in the page you're looking at right now. And I've done no buy months or weeks. Actually, I don't think I've done months. I've done weeks before in the past where I'll do like a no buy, week. But the problem with doing such a short time period is that if that week ends and I was really good at not spending, excess amounts of money and on things that I wasn't really passionate or needed, passionate about, I don't know, I ended up just waiting till the next week and then I ended up pulling the trigger. But I think doing it for a longer amount of time can really show a great amount of results. I did a video before also about like some of my 2025 financial goals. One of them is to really increase my emergency savings. Another is to, max out my Roth IRA. And I also have travel that I'm hoping to do. So I'm hoping that it's not, this low buy year is not to just like be kind of like a diet mentality. It's like you can't buy anything, but to really make sure that I'm putting money towards my financial goals instead of on things that I know won't make me happy long term. So that was a really, hopefully not too long-winded way of explaining what it is, why I'm doing it. But yeah, I thought I would go through, I thought this would be interesting. If you are intrigued by this concept, I highly encourage you to create these columns yourself, like start from scratch and see what you come up with, because mine are very different from other people's I've seen. And it does, yeah, maybe just do it for a month or a shorter amount of time if this intimidates you, but I'm going to try. We'll see how far I get. But yeah, okay. So for items that I know I'm going to spend money on and it's okay, that are probably a little bit spendier, but improve my quality of life include skincare replacements. That means like moisturizer, serums, stuff that I use on the regular. My skin is sensitive and I can't be using just any old thing. So I do get most of my skincare items from the drugstore, but I feel like drugstore skincare items have really improved over the past 5 years. So you don't need to spend a ton of money, but I am very specific about what I need. So that is okay to repurchase. Workout classes, I talk about this all the time on my channel. I have an unlimited, what is it called? Like an unlimited pass, so I can go as many times as I need to the yoga studio and bar studio that I work out at. And I also am in yoga teacher training. And I just feel like this is an investment into my personal health and well-being, so that money is well spent working out in classes that I actually enjoy and I go to regularly, and it's not something I've kind of fallen off of. Massages is a new one. It's kind of a treat. I feel like I get a massage every like once a year. But I think I really want to put money towards this in the next year because, like I said, I work out a lot and I can be sore, and I really enjoy them. I know some people don't enjoy massages, but I do, and I think that's a self-care thing that helps relax me, helps me feel good, but is also good for my body. I don't know how many I'm going to get. It's pretty expensive where I live. So we'll see. But I did go to one that's like a little farther away from my my home, and it was on the cheaper side. So maybe I'll splurge on like one expensive one, see how they compare, and then go back to the cheaper one if it's not that much difference in quality. Okay. This one's gonna be tough for me. So I live in a city where there are so many wonderful restaurants, so many wonderful places to eat, and I do like to go out to eat. I think I'm gonna cap myself though at dining out once a week, meaning all the other meals that I eat in the 7 day period, I need to be making food at home, and yeah, it can't be considered dining out. So I can, in my YNAB budget category, I put meals that are for dining out if it's takeaway or I'm like eating inside of a restaurant. So far this has been pretty doable in the past few weeks, but I think like because this is Christmas time and I'm like seeing friends and there's birthdays, I think I've definitely exceeded that for this week, although this 2025 has not started yet. I just think this one's going to be one of the harder ones to rein myself in on. Maybe I should put this in the yellow light category, but yeah, I think dining out can be very expensive, especially if I'm not careful. I think I just need to become more creative with how I spend time with people, because right now it's just let's go out to eat, and there are just other ways that you can spend time with people that don't revolve around going to a restaurant where every meal is like $50 per person. That just really adds up. So yeah, this one I'm like less confident about accomplishing. I feel like there's some weeks where I really don't go out to eat at all, and then some weeks I go out like a few times, but we'll see. We'll come back, we'll do check-ins. Some other things, I have travel planned. I haven't bought any tickets yet, but I do have some intentional trips. Oh, my Mac is going to die, so I need to charge it soon. So hopefully I'll wrap up this video. So I have some trips to California that I need to go to. I also want to go on at least one international trip, and then one domestic friend trip, maybe two. And that's like hundreds of dollars each. The international trip is going to be a few thousands probably. So I have a sinking fund set aside for travel, and I am contributing every month to that. But I want to make sure that I am putting money towards that goal versus buying stuff that I like care less about, because these things are quality of life things. These things, these experiences, I should say, make my life better, and I love spending time with the people I love through this. The other green light thing that I want to try more to spend more money on versus the other categories are experiences. So less, maybe because I'm like dining out less, maybe we go to the movies more, we try mini golf, laser tag, just like new things. What is that other thing? Like an escape room, just those types of things. Although escape rooms are pretty expensive, but yeah, I feel like I get a lot of out of those types of activities versus just eating. So I want to just kind of expand my horizons with spending time with people in that way. Yellow light, I am not a huge makeup person. I feel like I love watching other people do their makeup and be really into it, but on my own face and for my own abilities, I'm not very good at like crazy eye makeup, and like I don't know how to do a smoky eye. So I'm just gonna stick to replacing the makeup items I already know and like. Um, I'm not gonna buy anything that I don't already know I like. Okay, clothes. This is another difficult one for me. I like to shop. You'll see this in my what I spent in 2024 video, but I spent a lot of money on clothes this year, and I'm going to limit myself to 5 items in the whole year. This I'll see how it goes, but I think 5 items is really going to make myself think hard about, do I want this to be one of my items for the entire year? I already have like 2 things that I think I want to purchase in 2025, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna think about it even more. So this is gonna be difficult, but we'll do check-ins. One accessory, this is shoes. I'm not a big shoe person, but I have already a lot of pairs, so I want to make sure. Well, maybe shoes is not this, so we'll see. Because I'm not a shoe person, I don't really think I should limit myself that much, but this is mostly for bags. I have a lot of purses, so I want to make sure I'm only buying like one max. I have cats, so I have a lot of accessories for my animals. There's at least one in every room in my home. I do like try to replace them because they get used, so I just want to make sure I'm only buying one thing, and that's a nice thing. I coffee trips, cafes. I don't have a coffee machine at home. I don't drink coffee a lot, but I really like lattes every now and then, and matcha and teas. So I think I can make most things at home, besides coffee, and I've gotten really good at like making a fun drink, especially during the workday when I need to pick me up. So I just kind of want to limit myself because I spend like $6 every time I go. I feel like $5-6. So just want to limit myself to once a month, and hopefully when I go, I'm also going with a friend or something, so it feels like, I don't know, it's a social activity. Okay, so wall decor. There is a space in my home that has just a blank canvas, and I want to do something with it. I'm not quite sure what it will be, but I will definitely need to buy like an art print of some sort and maybe a few frames more. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I want to limit myself to $100 because I don't want to spend any more than that. And then concert. I went to a lot of concerts in the past 2 years, and I really love all of them, but I do think that I've seen so many of my favorite artists, and I want to kind of just limit myself to, I think, one this year, because I've already seen a lot of my favorite people. And I love live music, but I think I honestly really enjoy listening to music at home, with my loudspeakers more sometimes, but we'll see who comes to town. But yeah. And then red light. I'm going to try to do this quickly because my computer is going to die. But these are things that I can't buy. And this is probably, I should have started with this one. This one is just like very interesting to put together. So I am no longer dyeing my hair. I used to go more blonde. I used to dye it brown. I just used to really spend a lot of money at hair salons, to be honest. And the hair salons I would go to were very expensive in the city. So I'm not doing this anymore. I'm getting haircuts, in the salon, which is fine. But no dyeing, nothing crazy, no balayage, because that really is like hundreds and hundreds of dollars over time, and you need to go again to get glosses, and it just adds up. Clothing subscriptions. I used to have a Nuuly subscription. If you're familiar with like Nuuly, Rent the Runway, etc., they allow you to rent clothes, and I think it's really good if you are someone who just goes through a lot of clothes very quickly, and I was someone that did that. But I think because I'm limiting myself to buying clothes more intentionally, buying more staple pieces, buying really high quality things, I'm not gonna do the Nuuly subscription anymore. And I also just think it like kind of, it made my mindset shift to like focus on being trendy instead of like wearing what I actually think is my style. So I haven't done it since like April, and I think I'm good to just like cut the cord on this. I think Nuuly is also really fun if you're going on a vacation, but yeah, like a tropical vacation, you don't have a lot of vacation clothes, but otherwise I think in my everyday work from home life, there's no need for me to have this subscription. Okay, number 3 is alcohol. I I contemplated putting this on here. I don't have a bad relationship with alcohol or anything. I just don't drink that often. So it felt easy to put this on the list for me personally. I don't drink often and I don't really enjoy being drunk often. So I don't know. I don't know if it should be in the red light or yellow light. We'll see. Maybe I'll add like some sort of contingency to this, but it seems really easy to put away and a way to be healthier, way to save money. So why not? Kitchenware. I feel like the dopamine hitting my brain every time I go into a Home Goods. Like I really feel like excited by all the things you can buy. There's so many cute things in so many different styles. I don't know. So I have enough. We have a small kitchen. We don't need any more kitchen items. So I'm just limiting myself because everything is so cute every time I go into those kinds of stores. But I don't need anything. Books. I have a Kindle. I borrow books from the library. That's the majority of how I read. I think I have one book that I know I like pre-ordered that's in a series I like that's coming in January. But besides that one, I'm not buying any books because I can get them all through the library. Hair tools. I have a Dyson Airwrap, which was so much money and so stupid. And I have a curling iron, and there's no reason for me to buy anymore. There's no reason. I have so for tech, I have a nicer computer that I've gotten in the past few years. I have a phone that's like, I don't know, when did I get my phone? I don't know. My phone is one of the newer iPhones. It's not the newest, but it's like, I think the iPhone 14. So it's good for a few more years. I don't need any more streaming services. Like, God help me. There's so many, and I'm good with just the ones we have. I have a lot of notebooks that are still being used. I don't need any more stationery. I don't need any more washi tape or colored pencils or markers or anything. I have so many. And then seasonal decor. I realize that this is something that I really don't. Yeah, I just don't want to buy. It's not. I guess it doesn't really belong in this category because it's like, I guess, easy for me to put on. But storing something that is only going to be out for a little bit of the year is personally does not spark joy for me. Because we live in an apartment. I think I would feel a lot better about this if we had a home and like more storage options. But like I have one bin for Christmas things, and I think that's like my max. I don't think I could have a bin for October and Halloween and a bin for, I don't know, like just fall stuff, and a bin for Christmas. Like I thought that'd be too much for me. So that's my list. I hope that made sense to all of you. I don't know how, I've never done a low buy year, but please stay tuned on how it goes. I think I'll like maybe add this to my regular budgeting videos and see if I've like kept to it. But I'm like really excited to talk about this in the new year, and thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, happy holidays, and Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.